Hey everybody, it's your girl T with the Adventures of Spirits, and welcome to Spirit Scrutiny. And today is all about Old Forester. However, we're gonna have do a little twist today. So today we will be doing Old Forester against Old Forester. And as you can see, I have two Old Foresters here out of, I think there's like 6 or 8 different Old Forester versions. And it may be more. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. But today I will be tasting these. As you can see, one bottle is half empty. The other bottle is, you know, only had maybe one or two drinks out of there. However, I wanted to revisit these because you would be surprised how your palate changes over time. And what you may like before, you may end up liking something else better, or maybe something you didn't like before, you end up liking, or then something that you did like, you no longer like. So, with that stated, let's get into this comparison here. However, let's just talk about Old Forester generally. So, just to let you know, Old Forester is Kentucky straight bourbon. All of them are. Okay, that means whatever version you get. And it was founded by George Brown in 1870, um, as to be the first to exclusively sell it in sealed glass bottles, which is okay. I'm curious to know how did they sell bourbon before? Were they in plastic bottles? Were they in sacks? What were they in? But basically, they're over 150 years old now. They're not quite 200. 2070 will be 200 years old. They're a 150 plus year old company, and they are actually the only ones to have uh, uh, um, the same owners as basically Brown Foreman before, during, and after the prohibition. So just so you know, they're stable. They know their stuff. And as you can tell, they got some good stuff. However, I'm going to be pitting both of these up against each other today, but there's a twist. So I had my daughter go and put numbers underneath each of these bottles and then underneath each of these glasses. And I told her, pour the right one in the right glass. However, I won't know which one it is. So right now, you all see I am sitting here. I'm gonna be drinking it, but I don't know which glass is what, and I don't know which bottle is what. But we will find out in the end. Okay. So after this tasting, whichever one I decide is the best will be the one that I say I feel is the best today. But I can tell you that right now, no Old Forester can top this barrel strength one. Okay. I love the single barrel strength. Usually it's an allocated bottle that is usually a barrel pick at the liquor store. As you can see, this one is a barrel pick. And I got it from Mega Package Store. And let me just give you a little roundabout about this bottle. But first, let me let you know what the mash bill is for all Old Forester, no matter which version you get. The mash bill is always, you see here, look at my notes, 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. All the time, no matter what Old Forester, that is going to be your mash bill. Now, what will vary is the proof, basically your alcohol level. What also will change is the actual taste. Your notes, your taste, some are going to be very similar, but there's going to be some slight variations depending on what version you get. So, with all that said, let's get into what you really came for. Let's go ahead and taste this and see which one actually tastes better. Okay. So this first one, as you can see, both of them are the same colors, same colors. So there's no way for me to know which one is which. However, I am going to assume that I'm going to know which one this is because I like it so much. But then again, I don't remember how this one tastes. They might taste very similar and I might not be able to detect. But let's go ahead and get into this tasting. So let's take it to the nose. Now, just so you'll know, one of these I am supposed to, and I don't know what it is, but I just had her write the tasting notes, but not to tell me which one was which. One of them, I'm going to taste dark chocolate, caramel, baking spices. That's one, and it's going to be a warm finish. The other one is going to be a cherry, chocolate, caramel, spice, banana, vanilla, rye spice, oak, and a warm finish. So I guess for me, I'm going to try and taste and see which one has the banana, but that's still not going to tell me which one it is, right? So let's go ahead and get into it, but I'm going to tell you what I do. So I'm going to take this first one. Taking this one to the nose, and this one is very complex. I do smell some caramel. Okay, I smell chocolate. Can't tell whether it's dark chocolate or regular chocolate. Don't know. I do smell spices, pepper. Do smell some oak. I don't know if I smell banana or not, but it does give off some form of a fruit. But the legs, of course, with Old Forester is always nice legs. So let's go ahead and taste this, shall we? Ooh, that's warm. Woo, that's warm. Okay. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, one of these is, she also wrote the proof on here and I forgot to tell you. One of them is 131 and one is 115. But just because one is higher or lower doesn't mean that the warmth may be different. The warmth may be the same. I've tried 110 proof versus a 90 proof. And I've tasted a 90 proof that had a whole heck a lot more warm than 110 proof. So this one is warm, but that was just my first taste. Y'all know how I do. Let me taste it again. Oh, that's good. That's good. The texture, it's a velvet texture on your tongue. Very smooth. It coats my tongue. The flavor is all over and my mouth keeps salivating. And every time I salivate the flavor, and y'all already know, like I told you before, if it gets my mouth to resalivating itself, it's a very flavorful one. And I taste the caramel, oak, I'm tasting something else. Oh, the spices, the white pepper for some reason. I smell black pepper, but I'm tasting white pepper. Don't know why, but I am. Let me look at some of these other tasting notes and see. Vanilla. I don't know if I taste vanilla. The finish, I'm letting you all know about the finish. The finish seems to be, it's not short. It's not long either, because it's just now started to dissipate. And usually with the finish, normally you would taste something different. I'm not tasting anything different than what I already tasted. I was hoping to, be able to cheat a little bit and maybe taste a little banana. Then I can say, hey, I can get an idea of which one I think it is. because I'm very familiar with this one. But like I said, your palates change. So let me finish this one up and then we're going to taste the other one. Yep. It's consistent. Same flavor, same warmth, same texture. Mouth is salivating. Mouth is salivating. The finish is pretty much the same. It's taking a while, still warm. No new taste. Okay. All right. Well, let me drink some water in between so I don't mix up the flavors. Always hydrate, y'all. All right. I didn't feel like pouring in the glass, so don't talk about me. Anyway, all right, let's try this second one. They look the same. Take it to the nose. Ooh. They smell similar, except this one seems to be more complex than that one. Ooh, my nose hairs. This one smells like it's gonna be hot. I think I'm guessing I'm thinking this one is gonna be this one. That's what I think. It smells so good. All right, let me go ahead and take the nose is pretty much the same as the other, except this one I smell more oak. And because it's warm, which is the reason why I'm thinking it's probably the higher proof, but that doesn't always necessarily mean that's the case. Well, let me go ahead and drink it. Whew. Okay, this one is warm, but not as warm as the other one. The other one, oh, wait a minute. So upon smell, this is strong. This is smelling like it's the barrel proof. The taste, like your first taste of it, not so much. But when you swallow, ooh, it's warm. It's very warm. Let me take another sip because remember I said that's my first sip of it. Smooth on the tongue. Very flavorful around the tongue. It just seems to be consistent. I like consistency in a bourbon. I really do. But let me tell you, my tongue right now is burning like a mug. My tongue, my tongue is burning. My tongue is burning. I'm guessing that the one that I'm sipping here, it got to be this one. I have a hard time believing that I won't say that because like I said, I've tasted a lower proof that actually is more warm than the other. But this one for some reason just tastes different, like I haven't tasted before. So it might be this one. Like I've tasted this one before, but as you can see, it wasn't that much. And I wasn't the only one. I just sipped it, But let me go through that taste again so then you all will know so I can talk y'all through it. Warm going down, still velvety. The flavor, and I think I'm gonna have to put just a little bit of water in there because the heat is covering the flavors. I do taste the caramel. like your usual bourbon flavors, your caramel. I do taste vanilla in this one. Um, it says both of these say I'm supposed to taste some type of chocolate. It says dark chocolate. I'm going to assume that that's what I'm tasting because I don't like the taste of dark chocolate unless it's Dove. I do like Dove dark chocolate and Ghirardelli, Ghirardelli dark chocolate. I will eat those two, but like regular natural dark chocolate, and I'm not liking this dark chocolate flavor that I'm tasting in here. So I'm gonna add a little drop of water. I wish I had a little dropper. Okay, so I add a little drop of water. And what that does is if you add a little water to anything that seems too warm, it'll open up the flavors so you can taste the flavors more with a little less of the heat. Okay. Okay. The warmth has died down. I can taste the flavor. So caramel, definitely dark chocolate because I don't like that taste. Dark chocolate. I am tasting a little cherry, but it might just be psychological because she had cherry listed on here because I don't know which one. My brain is just assuming that it's cherry and it might not be. And I taste some rye. Anyway, before I give you all my answer on which one I like better and which one I think is which one, I want to share the prices with you. So when I bought this runs because this is the single barrel strength. Usually liquor stores do not sell this just on their regular shelf. It's usually where their barrel picks are. And their barrel picks usually run anywhere from $80 to $120. But I believe I got this for $60. I remember being in the liquor store. It was after work. I was just on my way home and I needed to pick up some bottles for the channel. And I was looking for certain ones. And this was actually on my list to find. And the guy was literally rolling the barrel out and putting all the bottles on there. And I'm like, can we grab one? He was like, yes, but I got to put the price on. I said, what's the price? And he was like, $65. I said, okay. So we got it for $65. Excuse me, $65. But your average, they say it normally goes for is like 80 to 120. For this one, I remember purchasing this one, and this one was 60, the 1920 Prohibition style. Do know that Old Forester has a line of different versions of Old Forester, and I have tasted the regular Old Forester. Okay, I've obviously tasted this one, and now I've obviously sipped this previously, but I've officially tasted the 1920 Prohibition. And there's so many other ones that I do want to taste to see what the differences are, to see which one or two that I really like to keep on my bar. Because while I'm sharing all of this with you all, some of these I've tasted before and I just want to share it with you. But some of these I have never tasted and I want to share it with you and share my experience as the first time of me tasting it. And depending on how long you continue following me on this channel, you'll get to see me taste it again to see if my palate is the same. So without further ado, which one of these do I like? Did I like the first one or did I like the second one? So I'm going to take one last sip of both because I got just a little sip in both of them. And that's going to be the final. Let's see. And when I say like, I'm saying where I could drink meat. Okay. Okay. So my winner is this. This is this one over here, and I'm gonna put it over here because the number is under it, and then I have to match the number with the number that's under one of these bottles. Okay. The second one is just fine. I just feel that if I did drink this one, I would have to put an ice cube in it, or maybe just a dab of water so it doesn't continue to dilute. Because please note, if you put ice in it, it will dilute over time, and it may just water out your flavor of what you're trying to do. So sometimes it's good to just pour your stuff neat, and if you know it's going to be too hot or too warm, just put about a drop or two of water in there. It'll die the heat down a little bit so you can enjoy the flavor. But my preference is this one. And I'm curious to know which one it is because I was fighting and dying for this one. This is my second bottle of this. And I went back to the same liquor store and got me another bottle. And as you can see, it's almost gone. It's almost gone, y'all. So you see that right there? It's only got 1/4 left. Hopefully the one that I do like, I don't know, some tell me I'm going to like this one. Okay, so I like this one. So which one do I think this is? I just don't. I'm thinking that this one is this one because this one, no. I'm thinking that this one is this one, my favorite. That's what I'm thinking. And this other one, because of the dark chocolate and all that great stuff, I'm thinking like it got to be this new Jack over here. Got to be. And I'm only saying that because so let's see. Let's get the reveal. So let's look at the one that I don't like. All right. Looks like number 1, which means one of these bottles is number 1. No. Are you serious? It's number 1. What you mean I don't like this? What you mean? No. What you mean I don't like it? And how is this hotter than this one? Remember what I told y'all about the proof? I just knew. None of them damn flavors. I don't remember tasting that in you. 131 proof was this one. This one was this one is 115. 115 and 131. So that means this is number 2. This is the one I like. It's got number 2 on there. Goddamn number 2 on here. Well, I guess I don't like you no more. I'll keep you around. You just have to drink you with some ice. That's all. Just have to drink you with some ice, some little water or something. I guess I done outgrown you, single barrel strength. I done outgrew you. And how you let, well, no, you're right, because this is the higher proof and this was burning my mouth. So I take that back. I'm sorry. But I don't like you no more, obviously. I guess I like the new 1920 Prohibition. This the one I like. This the winner, y'all, right there. So go on out and get you an Old Forester. They got the regular one. They have the 1920 Prohibition. They have the single barrel. And let me see what else they got. I can tell you what their other ones are. Let me see. Old Forester lineup. Because I'm gonna go get the other ones and taste those. Old Forester bourbon lineup. All right. So Old Forester has they have 1870, They have a 1924. They have a mint julep. Tasted that one. They got a black label too. Hold on. Uh-oh. I lost it. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Now I want to take me to their site. I don't want to go on your site. See, this is what happens when Siri start hearing you talk about stuff. She wants to send you to what you were talking about. Mind your business, Hef. I wasn't talking to you. So you got your regular Old Forester, which is 86 proof. You have your, okay, where's the other one? You have your Old Forester rye whiskey. Okay. You have your 1910, which is the Old Forester Old Fine whiskey. And this whiskey is with a Y, not an EY. And why is it with the Y? Go on and put it in the comments. Why is it with a Y instead of an EY? Go ahead, put it in the comments. Let's see how well you all have been informed after watching my channel. My true viewers should know what the difference between a whiskey and a whiskey. EY versus a Y. You let me know. The 1920 we tasted 1920 we tasted today together. Then you got the Old Forester President's Choice Bourbon. Then you have the Old Forester Statesman Bourbon. That's the one that I need to go get, because that one, from what I understand, is a good one. And I'm going to try that one. If you've tried any of these, put it in the comments and let me know which one it was and if you liked it or not. Then you have the Old Forester Mint Julep, the Old Forester Single Barrel 100 proof, not barrel strength. Now this is single barrel strength right here. This isn't the regular single barrel. There's a black label is single barrel. That's also another single barrel. But this is barrel strength, which means the proof is much higher than this one. The regular single barrel is 100 proof. Then you have the Old Forester single barrel proof. That's the one that we tasted today. You have the Old Forester single barrel rye. And you have the Old Forester 2020 birthday edition. And oh, really? I didn't see this one. I'm gonna have to add this to my list. The 117 series, High Angels' Share. 117. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that one. They got the 1870. They got a whole lot lined up. I'm gonna have to put this on my list. Old Forester 1870 original batch. Old Forester 1897 bottled in bond. Now, bottled in bond is always good. Old Forester regular 100 proof. So, and then you got Old Forester 86 proof. And then your regular rye whiskey. And then we go on to the others that we talked about already. But well. You'll be all right. You're almost gone anyway. You got a replacement here. Let me go and put you in the back. Let's just gonna put this in front. I guess I like this one until I try the rest of your brothers and sisters and see which one I like. And I'll let you all know how they taste. But thank you for being here and watching me go through this blind and seeing. And like I told you, this will be the second time that I have identified that something that I really, really liked and something else took its place. Your palate does change the more that you sample and you taste. So go ahead, taste the world one sip at a time. And in the words of my husband, don't be trash. Live your best life. See ya.
This one's for my crew, my inner vibe. Exclusive moments where the spirits collide. You're the ones who ride. through thick and thin. Spirit members, let the show begin. Spirit members, this time's for you. VIP love for the chosen few. Let's sip, let's vibe, it's your special space. Spirit members, welcome to the place. Ooh.